So what do you think, like, what is it that they struggle with the most that gets to that like tears and sort of crying or fighting point? Is it like the length of time it takes? Is it the content itself?
Sometimes, yes. So my son's frustration threshold is not very good. So he does tend to spiral when he's not getting it, or his sister does well in spelling. And so, she's excited, of course. And so there's I suck. I'm not good at this. I'm never going to be good at it. Right. I'm like, we're learning and it's okay. The expectation is you're not going to get it perfect every time. We haven't spelled these words before. And so it can be for him very challenging.
Yeah. That's very common for that frustration tolerance to be a sticking point, especially with ASD. So basically, like, our content is designed to work well for neurodivergent students.
Okay.
The ways we did that was, one is that our lessons are all very short. So each lesson, and whether you're reading the lesson aloud to them from the book or whether they're watching it online, it's the same content, just you're the reader versus an animated reader.
Okay.
But they're all like 2 to 7 minutes long is the
amazing
lesson. And they only get longer in the older grades. Okay. So at that like grade 2, 3, 4 level, you'd be looking at like 2 to 5 minute lessons, which is designed to sort of like maximize the time we have their attention, and to not like ramble on, because that can get that frustration level up really high. If they understand, they're better off to watch it over again if they didn't understand it, and the option to move on if they did fully understand it, rather than create the video that much longer, right? So bite-sized lessons, and then the way we unitized all of the courses. So same thing, it doesn't matter if your books are online, you can mix and match the grade levels. So if you found that your daughter was struggling with a concept in 3rd grade math, you could add some grade 2 lessons to her schedule. Okay. Same like concept to sort of reinforce that one concept, or even if they're working at completely lower grade level, you can do that too. And they don't really notice so much because it's just their lesson of the day. Sort of what grade level it is, or if they're working at different grade levels, but they each have their own sort of schedule and they're separate. Their online accounts.
Okay. And is there some kind of diagnostic tool that they would take prior to starting their grade that would give you or give the AI or whoever some level of where they're at and where to start?
Yeah. So there's it's just for math, but there's an assessment on the portal where you have them go through, and that's basically it's basically checking every skill from the previous grade. So then it'll tell you based on their score, we'll say, they should start in grade 2, they should start in grade 3. And that'll help you gauge where you start. But if they're not struggling in math with the CTC, then they're probably going to be on grade level.